Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the
Lume Plotters, but this one's a special episode.
Oh, we are nearly
today,
live. Yeah.
New watch alerts. Yeah, well, we're always live. So because we don't do multiple takes, because we're lazy.
Yeah, the one take.
But we're live with the release, so to speak, right? We're sitting here, we're looking at the Tudor countdown. It says 15 minutes and 41 seconds. And we want to get our first impressions out there as quickly as possible about what we see and what we hear and what we like and what we don't like.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Go ahead. Ralph.
No, what I'm really excited about is that we have absolutely no leaks from Tudor so far.
Nothing.
But
we can talk about the leaks from Rolex in the meantime.
Yeah, we can do.
But first, before we do that, what are you wearing for this momentous occasion?
I actually wore my Rolex GR&R yesterday, my GMT Master 2, but today I am wearing my Breitling Super Ocean 2009 Arrowhand.
So by the way, you're not in the UAE right now.
No, I am with my in-laws in India. Yeah. So you might hear some background honking and traffic noises, but yeah.
The rickshaws and the
no, just cars and motorcycles. Yeah. You were born in India, right?
I was born in New Delhi.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
see?
And I went back once since. So since I lived there for 4 years, I think 6 years, 4 years, something like this. We moved away after that. And then I went back a couple years ago just to see what it's like. And surprisingly, it did not change at all from what I remember as a 6-year-old to when I went back as a 36-year-old. There was no visible difference except for there was mobile phones.
Yeah.
Well, I expected a bigger change, a bigger shift over 30 years, but that's India, right?
Yeah, slowly, but steadily, right?
It's set in its ways. Yeah. Let's put it that way. But so surprising. I'm surprised you took your Gurner to India.
Why not?
Is it because I don't know. I don't know if I would consider India a safe place.
My brother is wearing his
such valuable
his Rolex or his Breitling. His wife is wearing his Chopars and her Yardmasters and stuff and two tones and stuff. Yeah, it's fine here. No issues.
Really?
Yeah.
So nobody knows what it is or nobody cares?
It's safe. It's just safe. There's nothing happening here.
So you have to be
normal safety precautions, but I have never had a moment where I thought, ooh, that's risky.
Interesting. I had no idea. Just because, of course, there's so many people and you're jam-packed in there, I think it'd be very easy for a watch to come off a wrist. But that's, of course, me
I guess,
and my naive.
As always, the bigger cities are more dangerous as maybe the relatively smaller ones, right? So, I don't know.
Yeah, could be.
But
all right,
let's talk about new things, new watches. So what are you wearing?
What am I wearing,
exactly.
Ralph? You didn't ask me.
Yeah. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing my Cartier Santos, which I wore yesterday. Okay. And I wore today, and I think I wore the day before, and I don't know why, but all of a sudden I've worn it for a couple of days in a row now. My wrist is a little big, and of course there's no micro adjust on this one, so it's a little tight on me. But I put an extra link in that it's way too loose, and this is why I hate not having micro adjust, but that's neither here nor there. I'm really been into this watch in the last couple of days, so. I did sell my Oris Hodinkee. I ended up selling it to my next door neighbor who was over here. And I was trying to sell it on our little watch group. It wasn't going very well. I had a few people offering me, and one guy wanted to buy it, and then apparently he wasn't able to send the money. We had some, technical issues. Apparently he tried to put the money into the ATM as a deposit, and then it came back and said, this ATM is not accepting deposits right now. So he went to another one. The same thing happened again. And he's sending me the pictures. So, and apparently turns out the guy was actually in Pakistan. He was having a friend do all this for him.
All right.
So yeah, it was very complicated. So, and at the same time, my next door neighbor comes over for dinner and I'm like, yeah, I'm dealing with this watch I'm selling. He's like, what watch? And I'm like, this one. And I showed him the box and everything. He's like, how much? I'm like, he knows nothing about watches, by the way.
Okay.
I sold him a Hamilton like 2 years ago and he's been wearing that ever since. A Hamilton khaki field. And he loves it. He's into like very, very much military style things. So he saw that it was like a military green dial on the Oris. And he said, I'll take it.
Oh, right.
Like, dude, like, are you sure? Like, I don't want to like coerce you into something. And he's like, no. I love it. I want it right now. Let's go. And he put it on his wrist. And apparently we have very similar sized wrists. He goes, see, meant to be. And he just said, here you go. So I said, okay, if you want it. And he's been wearing that ever since for a couple of days now. So it's kind of funny.
Oh, that's excellent. You found something locally and safe.
Yeah, but I did take I gave him a much friendlier price. And but next door neighbor discount, I guess.
Yeah, I feel sorry that the poor guy who actually really wanted it couldn't get it because of all of these issues. What to do?
Yeah. So, and of course the guy told me, he said, like if you would have given me a couple of days, we would have gotten it done. But at the end of the day, first come, first serve, right? So it was random. And of course, I'd much rather sell to my next door neighbor and keep an eye on it. So,
okay.
Anyway,
good.
All right. So what do we see from Rolex? Leaks. We have 10 minutes.
We have 10 minutes before we actually know really what happens. But this time, I think we have to also set the scene.
Before we go with the Rolex.
Here, Watches and Wonders has this year a lot of brands, right? From Lange & Söhne, Arnold & Son, Baume & Mercier, Bill & Ross, Bremont, Cartier, Chanel, Chopard, whatever you have, Chapek, Frédéric Berthoud, Frédéric Constant, Gerald Charles, for whoever likes this, Grand Seiko, Grönefeld, Moser, Hermès, Hublot, IWC, Jaeger LeCoultre, Montblanc, Nomos, Norqain, Oris, Panerai, Parmigiani, Patek Philippe, Piaget, Raymond Weil, Resins, Roger Dubois, Rolex, Spica Marine, Tag Heuer, Trilog, Tudor, U-Boat, Ulysse Nardin, Vacheron Constantin, Van Cleef & Arpels, and Zenith, the English version. So many watch brands will actually exhibit novelties. So, what do we get when it's opening now? We will get Tudor and Rolex, right? In 10 minutes.
Yes, that's what we're going for today. But in the meantime, Rolex has had a number of leaks from different reliable sources, but there's nothing that we haven't predicted so far. So a couple of days ago, Rolex released a teaser video, which they always do. And we did some pausing and watching and looking, and it was fairly clear to see what they were doing. In this teaser video, we saw a solid gold case with a professional clasp. And immediately you looked at the case back and you saw that it was silver. And immediately the only watch that has a, so to speak, two-tone case back is the Deep Sea. So the Deep Sea, for those of you that don't know, was Rolex's first dabble into titanium. Even though the watch is stainless steel, it does have a titanium case back. Whether that's for lightness or for the, I don't know what. I think it's for weight reduction, but doesn't matter. Point of story here is I immediately noticed that as a titanium case back for the Deep Sea. So I expected to see a Deep Sea in solid gold, and sure enough, we got a Deep Sea in solid gold with a blue bezel and blue dial.
Yeah.
So cool, and interesting.
And you know what?
Obviously,
I think it looks really, really nice. It must weigh a ton, 400 grams. I have no idea. It must be super heavy.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty stunning on the pictures, at least the leaks that we've seen. So.
But this is not something that we're going to buy. It's not something that we're interested in. We didn't like the original Deep Sea to begin with. We thought it was too big and bulky and stupid. So give me a gold one.
Maybe they would reduce the size a bit for the gold one, or is that?
This is something we don't know, right?
Yeah.
They didn't say anything in the leaks about sizing. So it could be smaller. Who knows? Let's see. And then that could be the start of a smaller line, right? We could be getting a number of these over the years.
Because we have seen this.
With a black one coming next.
The Deep Sea was available in 40 millimeters at some stage, right? I saw, no, that was a Sea Dweller.
No.
Sea Dweller.
No,
Sorry.
that was a Sea Dweller. Yeah,
Sorry,
and this is the Deep Sea, which was never available in any other size. 44. Okay,
So let's
the one
see
that
what
I
happens.
truly like,
Yeah.
the next one.
Okay.
There was a picture of a dial, and it was like almost like little umbrellas or something like this, right? It was a light blue dial with a weird umbrella looking pattern. And then out of the corner on the right side, you saw a Arabic numeral 3.
Yeah.
Which immediately we recognized as the 3 from the 1908 collection.
Correct.
Or the 1908 Perpetual, whatever it's called. So this could be an ice blue dial. It could be stainless steel. We don't know. But yes, there is
It's platinum, 100%.
white metal.
Yeah.
It could be. It could be. It's a white metal, light blue dial with a pattern on it. And I think this one looks fantastic.
But light blue always is
I think it
precious
looks
metal
great.
for Rolex, right? Except, of course, a Tiffany dial from the Oyster Perpetual.
Yeah.
There's always an exception.
So anyway,
Right, let's see.
there is. So I don't know. Once again, all I know is it's white metal. Other than that, there was a few others. I think nobody else really cares from here on out. That was the 2 big ones that I noticed. Then we also received as if they're going to gift it to us. We were shown, I should say, a set of Daytonas.
Yeah.
2 Daytonas, both of them with some kind of stone. One had a stone subdial and one had a stone dial, and it looked almost like a cheetah spotting, and with massive baguette bezels and baguette hour markers. So that's cool, I guess. I mean, they looked really cool, but I don't think anybody would really go and. I mean, obviously, we wouldn't go and buy it. I don't think it's in our budget.
I don't know. I think, for my budget, I do know, but I think it's actually, I must say, I really like what we've seen so far. I mean, this Platinum 1908 in this video looks
that's good.
Actually super cool. And I think, wow. I actually like the 1908 in general. I just feel that the price is just a bit too much for what it is, but I really like the Platinum version. It looks cool.
Yeah, it does. I think it suits the white metal.
Yep.
What else? We have a Gurner in stainless steel.
Yes.
Which we expected to see. And then we have a Everose gold and a yellow gold Sky Dweller.
And they look also pretty stunning.
Yeah, but nothing new, right?
No, it's just a new
the Everose
metal
gold
and color,
got
sure.
a color, the weird bluish grayish dial, and then the yellow gold is just, it looks like a white dial, or maybe it's light blue.
Isn't that what we usually get from Rolex? We get some iteration. Not every year we get the new models, like a new Yardmaster and Titanium and things like that.
But out of this right now, there isn't a single new model, right? But once again, we don't know if this is it.
Correct.
There could be other things. We don't know what's discontinued. We have 2 minutes left. We'll find out very soon.
Oh my God. The excitement.
Then what else? The last thing that there was, and it's important to mention one of those ridiculous baguette looking stone dial, or mother of pearl with stone inlays, I should say, or whatever it is. Daytona's does have an Oyster Flex bracelet, which is kind of cool. We expected something else. I thought it was going to be maybe an Oyster Flex on a sub.
Have you talked about the day date? The normal one, the rose gold one? Have you mentioned that with the black dial?
I didn't mention it.
Roman numerals, really nice. Rose gold. Then there is a white one, white, probably also platinum. I don't think it's steel, but imagine a day date in steel.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Imagine a steel day date.
Yeah.
Although it's happened before, right? There was a prototype day date that they put into a Datejust case, and it sold for like bonkers money on auction. But
this is the one. I think it would be cool. It has diamonds on the dial, right? The baguette dials as indices. So it's probably precious metal, but who knows? Who knows?
Yeah. All right. So now we have 1 minute left. Question is, what do we start with? Are we starting with Rolex or going to Tudor?
You know what? Let's see which website loads faster. Because
I think they're both going to
I
load
don't know if
exactly at the same time.
if their content delivery network actually can, bear the brunt.
Reach you in India?
Yes, of course, that as well. Yes, 1.7 billion people were waiting for it.
All of India is sitting there with bated breath.
Yes, absolutely.
I just wondered, what are non-watch people doing right now?
Forget cricket.
Like, are they just...
Yeah.
43 seconds.
No,
Let's
it's also
see.
I'm
I'm assuming it's not going to load early.
Ugami today.
Both Rolex and Tudor are still not loaded, so it's still saying 30 seconds. I'm refreshing just to see, just in case it loads slightly earlier.
Meantime, then the other releases we can talk about another time, but I've seen new Chapeks, new Bremons, new Nevada Grenchens.
Yeah, which we'll do an episode on that as well.
Keep talking.
But for now, our two big ones, 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See what's new.
Okay. I reload. Obviously now they need to, switch.
The Gurner in stainless steel. I'm on Rolex.
Oh my goodness.
All of them are here.
There it is. Harmony of contrast.
All of the leaks.
Lovely.
What?
What do you mean? What?
Oh, there. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I wasn't in the same place as you. The harmony of contrast.
And why does it say? Why does it say oyster bracelet? Your move. What is my move there?
Okay, mine has already crashed.
Rolex and Golf. Okay, no, I don't want to see that. Okay, learn more. New watches.
My Rolex website is gone. I have no Rolex website.
Okay,
Tudor is still working for me.
New Tudor watches. No way. Oh,
Black Bay 58 GMT.
Yes, I guess.
Finally.
Is it 58?
A Coke bezel.
Yes,
Black Bay 58
the
GMT.
solid gold.
Master chronometer certified.
I like the
Black Bay monochrome.
I like the golden one. I like the golden one in green.
Which golden one?
The solid gold.
Black Bay 58 and 18K with a bracelet now.
Exactly. Wow, I like it.
And a Claire de Rose.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, they always release during the year, right? So Tudor is always doing other things. But let's see.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Rolex Deep Sea, bringing light to the deep.
Oh, shiny gold. That has, 4,000 feet deep. That's what I missed. A bit of bling. That's what they needed down there. The bling. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a very, very subdued release. So the question is, what's discontinued?
It's that, and also what comes in September-ish, right? Because there's always a second release window that they usually use. So let's see. But I do. Yeah. So the leaks were correct. Everything that we saw in the leaks is there, so it was real. There was no fake. But now the next question, of course, is what's missing? But I do like the Black Bay 58 GMT. Wow, is that nice. Does it reignite my love for the GMT? Yes. I had two. I had the two-tone and I had the normal GMT, Black Bay GMT. Both sold for, Rolex or other watches. And I think maybe I need to go back. You still there?
So
or did you fall from the chair?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still looking around. I'm looking for discontinued stuff. Okay, my Tudor has left the building. Application error, server-side exception occurred. Rolex is loading.
Which web browser are you using?
Oh, the only one worth using, Safari.
Is this the latest version, or do you actually get the latest version with your old Mac?
No, the latest one. I have no idea. I'm on, let's see, About Safari, 17.4. What are you on?
Yeah, that's 17.4.1. But yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to load the Oyster Perpetuals. I still see Because the two that we expected to be discontinued were the Celebration dial, but I still see it front and center. I don't know if the website has loaded, and I'm also trying to go to the Black Bay GMT, which is not allowing me to do so.
Yeah, so I can see the day date. I can see of course, the Gurner, the GMT Master 2, and I think it looks really cool. I'm not so sure I like the green text on it, though.
On which one? The Gurner?
Yeah. But on the other hand,
the green text was the same green as on the full black.
Exactly. They have just basically taken the full black version and made the lower half gray, right? So that's it.
Correct. Exactly. Okay. That's all that it is.
Okay.
But is it a green GMT hand? Because I can't see anything at the moment.
Yes, green GMT hand and green GMT Master 2 writing.
So yours is gray, right?
I don't know. I have to check. Wait a second.
I think so. Yours was gray. Watch roll. You had the zipper. So the fact that it's
so
the fact that this is like kind of a
no,
down,
mine is gold because it's a two-tone version. So my hand is gold and the writing as well is gold. Yeah. So elegant. Tell you.
Interesting. So they couldn't have done that, obviously.
No, that's true. But I thought maybe they used gray, right? So to keep it in this monochrome look, but they used green. So, okay. Not bad. I like it. Will it become as hit-worthy as the Pepsi or the Batman or the Batgirl? I don't think so. Like the black one, it was nice, but I don't think it was the super duper most popular one, right? It was always like, okay, yeah, trades with relatively low premiums, right? The older versions. So, okay.
But I'm here and I'm looking at the quote unquote new models, and they are saying that the 1908, which I almost called Cellini, the 1908 is platinum.
Yeah.
So it's official.
And I love that dial.
There.
I mean, this is a cool dial. It's a guilloche dial. I'm sure this is not printed. Audemars Piguet.
You think?
I don't know. It looks very elaborate. And if they can print.
If they did guilloche, that would be above Rolex's normal punching weight, right?
Yeah. But hey, they have bought a couple of dial makers over the years, right? So they have the expertise, I would say. But let's see. I'm going into this and let's see what they say about this. They just say bounces of the raised pattern, 950 platinum, ice blue dial. Here it says, traditional watchmaking revisited. The rice grain motif on the dial is created via guillochage. Okay, that is completely cool. Guillochage seems to be a new word that Rolex made up. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it is actually a word that I have never heard before. It's not guilloche, but guillochage. Or engine turning. So it is proper guilloche, a technique that uses a turning tool to sculpt a geometric pattern into a surface. The decoration alludes to traditional watchmaking, yet the rosette-like design centered on the small seconds counter at 6 gives this watch exceptional personality. Anyhow, so it is a guilloche dial. Wow. Who would have thought that we will see this from Rolex, a guilloche dial? I am happy. They are actually really raising the game. They really try to get into proper haute horlogerie, watchmaking. It's the first step, having a proper guilloche dial. AP, with the new releases of the steel versions of the Code 1159, uses stamping.
But this is platinum. So it's not exactly steel. It is nice. For 100,000 dirhams, it's going to be. So 100K, you're getting a platinum case with guilloche dial. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I do like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to see if the puzzle dial is discontinued of the day dates. I'm not seeing it on here.
Sorry, what did you just say? Can you repeat that?
I'm trying to find the puzzle dial
Okay.
in the configurator. I don't know if it was in the configurator to begin with. That's the problem. So maybe that was discontinued.
Yeah.
I'm going through all of the Rolex models, but I am struggling
So
because there's so many.
can you see the prices already on your website? Because I'm out of the country, I can't.
I'm in UK. I'm doing
so.
VPN to the UK.
Okay.
So yes, I can see. Is there something you would like the price for? Maybe the deep sea.
Yeah, let me know.
I need to get to it first. I'm slowly yet surely scrolling down. So you can give me a moment, and I will tell you.
I will give you all the time
once
you
I
need.
find it. Yes, because this is taking forever. All right, deep sea, but this is not the gold one. Maybe I can configure it to become gold. So it seems to me that the Celebration Dial OP was not discontinued,
Okay.
which I was hoping for, just for shits and giggles, right? Okay, where's my deep sea? I mean, obviously, if it was discontinued, I would. It would be a better deal, being that I bought the one for my wife.
You mean,
All right,
yeah.
configure your deep sea. God bless. This is. I don't know. Like I felt last year, I was overwhelmed with, cool stuff, but I'm not feeling it. Like I don't know why. I'm not in the mood.
Yeah. So
I thought we were going to get such cool stuff, and
I think, now we have to check. I'm still loading. My configurator for the GMT Master is still loading. I don't know what's happening. Can you see it?
I'm assuming a lot of people are doing. My deep sea configurator is loading as well.
Yeah, because I want to know if what version is discontinued, right? So that's I think for me the important thing. But I must say I really like what Tudor has done. Black Bay 58 GMT, excellent. I think that is a stonking watch. Yes, you can argue that the patina is a bit right, but I think it's
a
nice.
little bit.
Yeah, I think the
that's
patina
it.
is
So
a bit.
Four watches.
Yes, but yeah, and no Prince chronograph. I am not having it. They have to wait now that the Only Watch is back, right? They will do the Only Watch auction. It has come back. They have said, okay, everything is there. Everything is audited. Everybody happy. Now we're going along and the big brands are on board. So at the 10th of May, we will have the Only Watch auction. And obviously there, the full gold Jean Player special, I call it like that, black dial, full gold Prince chronograph will go on sale. So I guess the Prince chronograph comes at a later stage. But we have the Black Bay 58, the Black Bay in black monochrome, which is actually really cool looking. I like it. Also with a Jubilee dial, which we can't call Jubilee. We call it what? Phil 5-link, right? Yeah, 5-link.
Yes, the non-Jubilee 5-link.
Yeah, I think that's nice.
Unfortunately, I am a little bit bummed, to say the least. I'm not a huge fan of anything that was released here. I think these were not the greatest looking watches. I think there's much better stuff that could have been done. But
I mean, you can always say that, right? Let me see.
So I'm trying to find what else has come out.
Yeah, so
let's see.
From a list of what would I like to have from Tudor. So since I only have the Pelagos 39, I do feel that Black Bay with the Jubilee dial bracelet, the black one, the standard Black Bay Jubilee with a Metas chrono. Is it Metas? It's probably Metas. Yes, Metas.
It is. Yes, it says so.
Stonking watch. I might want it. So yes, it's not a revolution. It's just a different color from the burgundy, but hey, I really like it. So I think that could be something for me. The Black Bay 58 GMT, need to try it, but I have a feeling this could also be something that I like. So between these two, I might just get one. I really like the Black Bay 58 in gold with the solid gold bracelet. I think that was missing from the original one. And that is cool. That is absolutely cool. With the green, the sort of Harrods green that you have there. It's cool. It's cool. I like that.
But I just want to point out the fact that last year we spent an entire episode on Rolex.
Yeah.
And then another entire episode on Tudor. And here we are.
15 minutes in.
10 minutes after the release.
That's it.
And we're like, okay, that's it. I'm already looking at other stuff. I have sent you a link. Let's talk about this because this has all the other releases on it.
Where did you send me that?
I sent it on your iMessage, dear sir.
It just popped up. Okay.
So, apparently, Cartier has released a Santos Dumont that tells time backwards.
Okay.
Not sure why or what, but apparently, it's basically a reverse dial where
listen,
the hands go counterclockwise.
We have had that before here in the UAE. We had this before with some watches that actually said, okay, we have because Arabic scriptures the text is read from right to left, so that they have actually made Arabic numerals backwards watch that actually runs backwards. We have seen this here in the UAE before or in Middle East. So it's not new. We have seen watches that do that. Why they decided to do this with the Roman numerals? Yeah, well.
Because Cartier. That's it. They can do whatever they want.
Okay.
And that's the thing is, no one's going to say, oh, why? Nobody cares. It's people are going to want it. It's cool. It's novel. Why not? Tag Heuer, Skipper in gold.
Tag Heuer Carrera Skipper.
Kind of cool.
Yeah, for Tag Heuer fans, this looks pretty nice.
It does. Yeah. Also, I did see a few Tag Heuer releases. They made a Monaco in a split-second chronograph, which is a pretty big deal for Tag, who generally shy away from complications.
They have their tourbillon, right?
They do? Yeah. The cheapest tourbillon made in Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
It was at one time.
Orage, I think, beat them to it, making it cheaper. So,
blah, blah, blah.
Oh, and here is a Chopard Alpine Eagle XL in titanium, the chronograph version. Really, really interesting. Really cool. That's a
titanium.
On a rubber strap.
Titanium.
You see it here? Very interesting. Yeah, but on a rubber strap on the picture. So maybe it comes also on a titanium.
The case is titanium.
I don't know.
Which is cool.
Yeah, I know. But maybe it also comes. I can only see it on a rubber strap, as I mentioned.
So.
Titanium, XL titanium, but let's see if it is also available on a bracelet, but it doesn't seem like it. It's only on the rubber band. But what I really like is the new IWC colors. I think they have gone a bit out there. What color would you think is obsidian?
Obsidian is black. Is it not?
Okay. What would you call
Dune would be sand colored, right? I'm assuming like a beige.
Yeah, would be a sand color. And what is Horizon?
Light blue, I'm guessing.
Yeah. So basically, yes, they have got the Portuguesa with the two subdials at 12 and 6. No date. They have this in light blue, in super shiny black, and or obsidian, in gold. I think it is gold. And they have this in this Dune color, also with golden indices and hands, but in a steel case. All of them look really.
I think you
nice.
Glanced over something that's
nice
more important.
Dial colors.
Click on the JLC releases.
You think so? Yeah. I mean, that is one of the things where you think JLC has just swung the hammer a bit in regards to complications.
No, I mean,
and
this is insane.
Yeah, it is nuts. I mean, if you're looking the split chronograph, dual time
And they
zone
have
moon phase.
the duometer heliotourbillon perpetual calendar. Good grief. And then, of course, the one that I think...
The name is already so amazing.
But then let's look at, lastly, the...
heliotourbillon.
There's something I really like looking at it. I do not like the last one, how it says caliber 381 at the bottom. But this would be the... what is it called? The moon phase chronograph, I'm guessing. Is that what it is?
Yeah. That is the Quantième Lunaire. It's updated. Quantième Lunaire. It has 2 plus-minus indicators, which I don't know even what is that. Is this a double balance? What does it do? Combining chronograph
all of
and
these
moon
are
phase
duometers.
Combinations. I don't even know what it is, but it's amazing.
Anyway, the duometer is a collection.
Duometer, yeah, they're all duometer. Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know what the... Well, okay, let's break it down. The etymology, duometer. Duo, two. Meter, measure. It measures two things, maybe. Like, for instance, a chronograph and a moon phase.
No, I think it doesn't. I don't know.
I'm just guessing.
It uses two separate barrels. Two separate barrels, independent gear trains. One is for keeping time, and one is for the complications. So similar to your
chronograph that you had, the Zenith. But yes, why do they put caliber 381 at the bottom on such a beautiful watch?
But they did this in the caliber 391 as well, in the previous one, but in the Salmon dial doesn't show that much, because they're very proud of that movement, I think.
But they're gorgeous looking watches. So, all right, next page.
I think you're absolutely right. They're really, really nice, but they're probably just, okay, I need to scroll down to see the prices.
Yeah, you $100,000.
$70,000. Yeah.
Not exactly the cheapest of watches. Let's put it that way. Meanwhile, no. They also made a Kodo. Remember how they said there'd only be 50 Kodos made, or however many they wanted to make? And all of a sudden, new Kodo. They call it Daylight. I'm assuming it's still 150.
Sorry, yeah, that's Grand Seiko now, right?
Kodo.
Yeah.
But once again, it is now, it looks, the strap is light, I guess. It looks good. The Kodo is a good looking watch to begin with. It's platinum this time. I don't remember what it was last time. Oh yeah, last time it was not platinum, I'm guessing. Remember I mentioned the last time I think it was 150,000 US? Well, this one's platinum and costs 365,000 US. And it's limited to 20 pieces.
Jesus. Yeah. Wow.
So, interesting.
But you know what? I think that's all fine and dandy, but we have to talk about Bremont. No, seriously. Sure. Bremont did a cool thing. They have a new line of watches. It's I think something that they have shared, thankfully, to their loyal fans via email before the official launch. Let me see if I can load this website. Everything is a bit slow on these websites at the moment. I still can't load the GMT Master 2 configuration.
I'm trying to load it still on the. It's not.
I want to see what's missing. Anyhow. Also, Bremont is not
yeah, you're right. We don't know if the
Pepsi
has been discontinued.
Correct. We need to know what's gone.
I thought you were talking about Bremont. Why are you jumping around?
Both. Because Bremont doesn't load. So what can I talk about if I don't see it, right? That's the problem.
So ignore the Bremont we talked about, you and I, offline, right? So essentially they released a field watch and they released a dive watch, a new dive watch, which they did not have a field watch before. But it is very vintage Panerai looking. It is super vintagey with this big cushion case, and apparently it does not have a seconds hand, which is also weird. But you seem to like it, so good for you. I
think the Supermarine is very, very nice. Yes, I do like it. So we have the Terra Nova, right? This is the new version of their field watch. And it comes in a very big variety of things. So we see it as with a compass dial, with a small second, with a power reserve indicator, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, power reserve indicator. Really nice in different dial colors, in different variations. Then we have it with a running second, just with a running second and the date at 3. The one with the compass dial has, the chronograph has the date at 6. The one that I could just mentioned with a small second, power reserve version, it's called Terra Nova Turning Bezel Power Reserve, has a date at 3. The chronograph has the date at 6 and is 42.5 millimeters. The normal Terra Nova is 40.5 millimeters, great size. Also comes in green dial, also with the new Bremont logo, which is pretty cool to see. We don't have these blades of the propeller anymore underneath the.
Does it remind you of anyone else who took the propellers off from underneath their B or the wings? Jesus.
But I also like the white version. They have a 38 millimeter version of the Terra Nova. That is also nice with a cushion case. Really, really nice. They have really covered the bases, and the prices have come down. For the 38 millimeter on a leather strap, £2,500. Excellent pricing. Excellent pricing. That's good. The Supermarine 300 meter dive watch looks also, I personally feel really, really cool with this sort of, what is it? Not Rollesaur. What is this called? The one from Breitling? This
I have no idea about Breitling. So don't take my word for it.
They have these bracelet that has this round, that looks like single links, like these round ones that are interlocked somehow. Really cool. And also there, prices under £3,200. Really, really good. Very attractive. And some of them without the bracelet under £3,000. I think they're rocking it. That's good, Bremont. Good on you. That's a brilliant releases. I like them. Now, going back to Rolex, seeing
mine did. It didn't load. Sorry, I had to go to the full list of all the watches, and there were no discontinued GMTs. The Pepsi is still there. The Batman is still there. The Sprite is still there. So we added one.
Okay,
is all that happened.
Nice. We like that.
I could care less either way. I mean, it doesn't do anything for me. And that's kind of one of these things that I'm just like. It's just, I'm very just blah about the whole situation. Once again,
maybe I'm just too easy to please, but I really am.
What are you enjoying?
This. But you can't have revolutionary new. Look, which one? I think the 1908 is
not going to be something that I'm going to go out and buy either. There's lots of watch releases that all the JLCs I'm not going to go out and buy. Okay.
I still love
them.
Right.
I have to agree. with you. I think the 1908 is fantastic. I think it's stunning. It's great looking. That's, I think, the only one that I'm just like, wow, that was cool. The rest, I think, were all mediocre at best. I do like the GMT Tudor.
Evolutionary little.
Yeah, I do like the Tudor, the 58 GMT. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like, really, like, with that much Fotina, is this necessary? Like, once again, as I always say, Tudor makes a fantastic watch that's 99% of the way there. And then they always screw up the last percent. And in this case, this would have been a very simple, like what they did with the Black Bay 58 versus the 54. They dialed back the Fotina. And here they said, hey, let's go get all that Fotina we saved on the 54 and dump it all into this. And that's exactly what they did. I mean, it is so much.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, but also interesting. What they also have done is it's a Metas GMT movement in a 39 millimeter case, and it has only in quote unquote 65 hours of power reserve. There you go. It says certified 65 hours by Metas as power reserve, which is a bit weird. Like,
Hey.
what is the power reserve by Metas?
I'm assuming
I
Metas
find that a
is
bit
measuring
weird, but-
power reserves now, so that you don't go saying 5 days,
it's
and
part
then it
of-
actually ends up being 2.
That was part of the Meta's, I think, rules. At least 60 hours power reserve, something like that. There was a specific number but being set, but I don't know. That's what it says. 20 millimeter lug width, 12.8 millimeter case thickness.
All right, let's go back to where we were before this.
T-fit
All right, but by the way, in Tudor,
yeah.
I have to mention the one thing that I do notice on that Black Bay that we talked about, not the GMT, the new Black Bay, the monochrome, or whatever they're calling it. It looks to me like there is no gold and there's no Fotina. It looks like a Submariner. Exactly.
Correct.
It's like Submariner.
It's white and black.
Which I think is kind of cool.
It is. Yeah. And it's, of course, has the new case shape, so it's a bit slimmer and all of the stuff. It's the Tudor version of a Submariner, as close as we will ever
And did you
get
notice
to one.
that the Black Bay 58 GMT is a Coke bezel? Which we don't have anywhere else. Which is strange.
absolutely. Now that you say it.
Now that I say this as well, it reminds me.
Absolutely.
We were, of course, expecting a Coke bezel GMT from Rolex, but apparently, Waco posted on Instagram that there was a patent filed last year by Rolex for the creation of a new type of ceramic and a dual-colored black red.
I've read about this and I shared that. Yeah.
My theory is.
Yeah.
You look at the sub. The sub got an update, like 2-3 years ago, right? With a new size, new case, new everything. The GMT line has not received that update yet. The GMT line is older than the sub line as well. So if we look back, the GMT current model, the current case, started in 2008, which means now for almost 20 years, this hasn't changed, which is frankly kind of ridiculous. Of course, they put the new movement and everything, but it has not received a bump in size. They say they shaved the lugs a little bit, but that was a couple of years ago, but it wasn't anything major, like the sub, right? Receiving a whole new case. So my thought is, what if next year we're going to see maybe a revamped size of the GMT, the Rolex GMT, and it's going to debut in the Coke. That's my theory. And they're going to redo the ceramic bezels in some proprietary new material. So
I think that is,
and they weren't ready yet. So hence the new Gurner, just to tide people over for a little while. And then we go from there. I want to know how much the Black Bay gold is with the gold bracelet.
About 120,000
Probably. And then what, like a
dirhams.
15% discount at the boutique? Right off the bat. Yeah.
I think eventually. I mean, the
gold one's
original
still there. It's still not selling.
Was heavily discounted eventually. Half price. You got it pre-owned.
All right. Okay. Moving back to our list of stuff. Okay. We have, as we mentioned, the Kodo, a new Zenith Defy in 37 millimeters. A Defy Diver, in 37 millimeters. Interesting. What else? The Heuer, Tag Heuer, 55 years of Monaco celebration is a split-second chronograph.
Yeah.
Anything else on this? There's a Datograph Longa.
Wow. I mean, look, the there's actually even pocket watches from Vacheron Constantin came out. Can you believe this? A new datograph up down from A. Lange & Söhne. New Patek Philippe's, obviously, that are pretty cool. The 5236 with the Salmon dial, which looks very nice. You know, the one that has the perpetual calendar, but all the date discs are in a line, right? So you have everything in one line there. And then, of course, the moon phase. So that's pretty cool. There's a lot happening. And it looks like everybody has released everything at the same
also,
day.
one thing that we forgot about that wasn't on this list as well is Bulgari's new ultra slim watch that they finally took it back, the title from Richard Mille. I think that's fantastic.
Yes. They shaved off 0.1 millimeter and now have back the crown. The crown. They took back the crown of the smallest
watch.
Smallest watch.
And it is 1.2 millimeters thick. Is that right? Something like this. It's something ridiculous.
Is it 1.7?
Something? I mean, it doesn't matter. It's absolutely ridiculous how thin it is.
Yeah. So you just talked about the DeFi Sky and chronograph, right?
No. Yeah. Sorry, no. I mentioned the vintage DeFi. They made a vintage DeFi diver in 37 millimeters.
Okay. Because they also launched the DeFi Sky.
That's the modern DeFi, which once again, Zenith really needs to get their shit together with this naming strategy, because you have two DeFis. One is old, one is new, and nobody seems to know what we're talking about half the time.
Yeah, DeFi Classic, DeFi not Classic. Then the normal DeFi didn't have an El Primero movement. It had the Elite movement, right? The normal one without the 36,000 conversions per hour. The chronograph, of course, has the El Primero movement. Yeah, I think.
But this Zenith DeFi diver,
they need to get a bit more clearer with their lines.
It's called the funky, or sorry, the 1969 funky DeFi diver. I don't know if funky is in its official name, but it is 37 millimeter. It is orange and black.
I like funky.
It looks cool. I like it. It is cool. But speaking of smaller things, smaller dive watches, this reminds me of a release from Doxa.
Oh, no, I scrolled over this tile when I saw this watch release, the DeFi Revival diver thing, because it looked to me like a Doxa.
So it does look exactly like a Doxa.
I didn't actually read
Doxa
the title.
Has sized down their 300, essentially, right? They miniaturized it, and they made the 39 millimeter 200T in like 6-7 different colors. Looks super cool. I'm a huge fan of it. I hate date windows. I'm waiting for a Doxa diver not to have a date window, and then I would buy it.
You are absolutely right with Zenith needing to put the act together. I mean, if you see the Lume shot of this watch, it looks pretty stunning, right? With the blue and the green different Lume. But on the other hand, do we need another dive watch? And do we need a dive watch from Zenith?
And essentially a vintage inspired dive watch from Zenith. So.
Yeah, I mean, 500 meters, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's extreme, it's nice, but you have to see the case profile properly. We don't see it that well.
Speaking of all these colors
Palm is there. Palm can put all of these watches on his wrist, so we have to check with him.
Yes,
Andy
they will
Palm.
tell us what they think of all these. But, okay, moving on. There were Nomos celebrating 175 years of Glashütte watchmaking with 31 new colorful renditions of the Tangente 38. 31 different colors. I looked through them all. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay.
Each one is limited to, I think, 175 pieces or something like this, or 75 pieces. But nonetheless, why would you?
Wow. But if you don't find your color, then.
I didn't find one I liked because they all had date windows. But yeah, it's a cool, it's interesting, but why? Once again, this is a question we ask. You take this watch and you make 31, like why 31? Let's start with that. Who approved this? Who signed
way,
off on this? What
I wanted-
German? Let me
yeah.
put this way: Germans are not known for their colorful nature and character, but someone somewhere thought this was
What are you talking about?
Exhibit A, Ralph. Yeah, because you remind me of a bright orange watch with a bright blue subdial.
Do you know any other person in the world that wears red jeans? Except Germans?
Germans would wear red jeans, and not ironically.
Yeah, there you go.
They would wear it because they're like, oh, this is a good color. I like. Reminds me of
good color. Carrot jeans.
Good color. So yeah, I don't think that's a one of those decisions they made. Like this is vintage. No, I just think they pulled on red pants. But anyway, yeah, they made a nice little chart.
One thing that I wanted to just quickly mention about Bremont, because I just read that it's actually their Terra Nova, their new field watch, is made in 904L steel. Pachak, there you go.
Yeah, not bad. Huh? I do. But going back to this, hold on. Sorry, I wanted to mention some of the names of the Nomos watches, the colors: love, peace, lemon biscuit, stop, go. I don't speak German. Schulhaus Weiß, Schoolhouse White. Is that what that is?
Sorry, I have to find the watch.
Hold on, I'm going to send you a
Tangente.
screenshot of this right now. Here are all the colors.
Okay.
I'm sending them to you with their official names. But yes, it's my elementary how do you say it? German is telling me that Schulhaus Weiß means schoolhouse white. Yeah. So hold on. Once again, there it is. Let me send it. Why is it not working? For some reason, it's not allowing me to put this in here. I send you the link.
That's okay. Is it where is it?
It's on the same page that I sent you.
Tell me the link. Okay. I see the icon in 31 color compositions.
Okay, and if you scroll down, you'll see the.
Okay, I'm just
so
on
moving on
website.
from Schoolhouse Vice, we have Zirkus, which I'm assuming means circus, Flamingo Pink, Bubblegum, Pompadour, Pastel, Pop Orange, Pop Orange, I'm assuming, Boya.
Pop Orange, yes.
No idea.
Boye. A boy is a boy. Like the one that is swimming in water.
Okay, okay. Katzengold.
Yeah. Cat gold. You know this is this like fake
Canary
gold.
means canary, I'm assuming. Malvegrün.
Yeah, it is lovely.
Malvegrün. I'm assuming mauve and green.
Ja, Malvengrün.
Okay,
Yeah, okay. Haifischgrau. Oh, I like this.
Schneesturm.
Yeah.
What is that? Schneesturm.
Schneesturm.
Okay,
That's
all right.
snowstorm.
Okay, cool. Ariel. Okay, you're doing the next one.
Nachtgesang.
Rambazamba.
Yeah. Rambazamba.
Sportbund.
Cool, yeah. Yes.
Ziegelblau.
Yeah.
Chili.
Okay. That you said that right.
Schlossgrün.
Okay.
Snow green.
Yeah, that's Castle Green.
Okay.
Yeah.
Super sardine.
Yeah, super sardine. That's super cool. I mean, a sardine.
Yes, exactly.
It's a fish, right?
Super sardine.
Is
Frostblau, which would be frost blue, right? Delphin for dolphin.
Yes.
Okay, I have no idea what this one is.
Correct.
Lakritze.
Yes, lakritze. That's
okay.
licorice.
Dunkelbunt. What is Dunkelbunt? Dunkel would be dark.
I don't see it here because that's it means dark colorful.
Tiefse Grau. No idea.
That's deep sea gray.
Nachtgesang.
That's the night, like a nightingale, night singing, basically it means. Nachtgesang is very hard to translate. This is some of these words like Waldsterben and, Blitzkrieg, which again is not so easy to translate. Let me see.
Once again, 31 different colors.
Nachtgesang in English.
With some interesting names. So that I would say is kind of cool. I have to say that is pretty funny. Good names for sure. All right. There's also a new Oris Aquis, which I struggle to see the difference between that and the old
Night
Oris.
Song. Nachtgesang is the night song.
Okay. All right. Yeah, good names.
Night song. I like the names of the words, especially in German. They are very sweet. I mean, for a German, you think like, wow, they've really found nice ways without going into the crazy, stupid naming, right? Definitely marketing driven, but sweet.
Yes.
Sweet
All right.
combinations.
Moving on. Oris. You showed me a teaser for this, which was really stupid. So I don't understand what they were trying to do with the teaser. It was just a sketch of the crown guards of the Aquis. And guess what? It looks exactly the same as the old Aquis. I'm
But what the teaser was for, or what people thought they would see, is a GMT version of that movement, the 400 movement. For whatever reason, they thought, the crown looks like there is something like a GMT movement in it, but it isn't. It is just the same watch. It's a what they call on Hodinkee. They say it's a detail-driven approach to a subtle redesign.
Yes. Well, they put.
We could say like nothing changed. Well, they did, of course. They did change something. It's an evolution.
Put,
right?
caliber 400s in it as well. So that's. I'm assuming not all of them.
See, I think,
but some.
While I don't have the old one in really in my mental picture, I see the new one and I think, it looks definitely nicer than it looks better. I don't know actually what changed, but I think it looks generally first impression, it looks better.
Okay. All right. So once again, not much to say there.
Subtly better. It's still not my preferred dive watch by any stretch of the imagination. I don't know why.
I'm going to send you two watches that I really like.
Okay.
One
is the
Recipe. This is the Chronometer Contemporan 2, and it has ruby indices.
Yep.
And I thought that looked really cool.
Ooh. I like.
Very simple.
What's the size? 40 or 39?
38, which is a fantastic size as well.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what the price is because I'm assuming I'm not going to be able to afford it. Also, he did make one, a standard one without the rubies. But the rubies, I think, really look good.
But did you see the back of that watch?
Stunning. There also is a black version with some other type of...
This is just...
What's it called? The stones. I don't know if it's diamonds or what is the black one, but yeah, Recipe is making some good watches. I'm a huge fan of that. And the one that we skipped over at the very, very beginning, there's a steel LUC that just looks stunning.
Yes.
39 mm.
I think this is absolutely a killer watch. I think this is it reminds me a lot of my silver Vacheron Constantin 56.
Exactly.
Sorry. Yeah, my silver.
So the Qualité Fleurier is in lucent steel.
Yeah, that means micro rotor.
But look, it's silver dial. This is something I would 100% buy and wear. If you look at this to me screams Martin. It's so understated, silver on silver, no pricing as of yet.
Does it have it's Qualité Fleurier, or had this new seal that they have created there. Yeah. They have that on the case and on the movement.
And there's no date window.
That's good. 22 karat gold. No, it's just a small running seconds. Very nice.
I like it very much. Yeah.
Beautiful watch. And it's a pipe hand dial, right? It's a bit
It is a
curved.
pipe hand.
Yeah. Very nice. Very nice.
So
I like it. So
none.
price
To be added.
To
so
be
sadly,
added.
there is no price.
To be
but
added.
I think those are some cool watches. So as far as I know, that's what I know about. There's nothing that I see once again that beyond these that I think was new. The funny thing is our watch group is also very quiet, which means I think they're sharing the same mentality as us, because usually during a Watches and Wonders, they'd just be blowing up.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying boring releases.
Well, I think we had to. I think the last one was just really, really cool, right? Because there's lots of unexpected things happened. This time, I think we have seen a lot of refinement, a lot of new things. We actually see new things. I mean, we cannot say there's no new things. We have new watch models, we have new dials, colors, materials, all of this stuff. So there is actually a lot to see. But I think this time the entire world was so focused on this event that it naturally feels a tiny bit of a letdown, because it is just another event. We just tried to make it maybe bigger than it is. Right?
So I'm looking at if the watch group has said anything different. So once again, they did mention that the all of the motif dials are gone. So no more palm dial and no more fluted dial.
Ooh.
So those both colors are gone. What else?
Lovely. I like that. The wife will like it too.
Somebody screenshotted the new Black Bay, 18,000 dirhams. And with for the black one, all in one, which I think the prices are getting up there.
Yeah, they're really creeping up. I mean, the Black Bay was always like 13, 14, 15,000 dirhams, this range. So yeah, that's what is this? 18,000. What is this in normal currencies? Mm-hmm. Sorry, other currencies for our listeners. Not normal, other currencies. Nearly $5,000 or 4,500 euros.
Not cheap.
That's getting quite steep.
So sadly, not much going on here.
But have you seen the new Cartier Tortue monopoussoir chronograph?
There's a new one. No, I haven't.
There's a new monopusher, Cartier. That is interesting. So there is still something happen, right?
Let me see. I see it. I see it. The Tortue, but this is something that
you see it.
Has been out for a while.
Yeah, just I think in a new colorway, or what is
They've had this for a while.
Is it a privé?
So this is. They've had it for quite some time. But yeah, it's a good looking watch, of course. I don't know if they discontinued it and it came back. I'm assuming that's what happened. But
who knows? But anyhow, this is, I think, yeah.
Did you also notice on the Black Bay 58? The Black Bay 58 did not get any redesign. They still keep the old bezel. This is the GMT. So even though it's new, it did not get the redesigned
ceramic, aluminum.
No, I'm saying in the sense of the grip.
You mean the clasp,
on the
not the
bezel. 18,180 dirhams.
But that was good.
126,900 dirhams for the Black Bay 58 in gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So
I feel, I must say, I mean, again, the Black Bay 58 is nice. I really am liking the black version. I don't like the price. But what can you do? I mean, they have T-Fit now, right? In all of them,
No,
right?
58 still wouldn't have T-Fit.
So that's good. No, it does say
Does
that
it?
it has a
Did they
T-Fit
secretly update it that we don't know?
think.
Maybe. But as far as I know,
It says bracelet with T-Fit, with
let me see.
T-Fit clasp.
Which one?
Yeah,
The new
it does have
50?
that. The clasp is
No, not the
the
not the
GMT.
GMT. I'm talking about the
GMT.
old 58s.
Well, yeah, I don't think they update these. No, I think they're just running them and then discontinuing them with a new model. Then
So
eventually,
looking at the clasp, yes,
you're right. This bracelet does not have a
correct.
does
But
not
the
have T-Fit,
58
yeah.
has a whole
Only
different
the new models
clasp.
do.
It looks very vintage, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The Black Bay 58 GMT.
Does, which I think they lean into it a bit more with this, right? Because it's what people seem to like. It brought them lots of business, so why not lean into it? But I think I would be probably the first person who buys this watch and then tries to get an Uncle Seiko Jubilee bracelet style and puts that on.
I kind of like it. I do. It's not a bad looking watch. Would I buy one? No.
No,
Oh, by the way, they're
that's
saying
nice.
it's black and burgundy. Heaven forbid we call it a Coke bezel.
I'm thinking.
It's the black and burgundy. So they're taking the burgundy from the burgundy bezel Black Bay. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
No, actually, I must say I like this GMT, but I'm not so sure. If I would not probably go for the normal monochrome version of the normal Black Bay, the 41 millimeter, because
You
I'm
could
really
pull off a
interested.
41.
I have to check
cannot.
these out.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
problem.
yeah,
You
yeah,
could very
yeah.
easily. So then why not?
Yeah, exactly. It's a nice watch, and I never had the normal Black Bay. I always had the Black Bay GMT in that case size, right? I always had the GMT version only of that, and then the Black Bay 58s. So yeah, could be.
All right.
Some people from our watch group really like the burgundy, so let's see.
So all right.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think that was great. We have a good first impression. We have gone through the motions of saying
there is
like,
for
oh,
sure
this
more
is
to
great.
come.
Oh no, this is bad. Oh no,
There is
it's
more
great
to come.
again. Let that sink in for a moment, and then we decide if we really, really like it. How many of these new Daytonas with this crazy dial? We haven't even talked about what this dial is. What is that dial? How is it even called from Rolex? This crazy dial with the diamonds. I mean, do you have any idea? I don't.
Let me see what I can find
click
it.
on it. Maybe it should tell me. I mean, what the hell are these dials? They are crazy in a good way for people who like lots of diamonds on their watches. But hey,
The Rolex site for
another
me is
theory
still
before
not
we
loading.
hang up
by the
here.
way.
But what is this? What is this super diamond loaded Daytonas? Is this now telling everybody the Daytona is for women?
That's a very good point. It could very well be.
Because hey man, look at this diamond. And I'm not saying I know lots of ladies who love to wear the Daytonas, but not necessarily diamond studded or anything like that. They just like to wear Daytonas. But this is now really leaning into the female market, right? I think. Which is a good thing.
Let's see. The Rolex site
But
is
it
not
shows
working.
that the Daytona is really a unisex watch. Boom. I said it. It's a unisex watch. There you go.
Yeah.
Everybody
So I'm
can
not
wear
able
one.
to load anything, so I have no idea what it's called.
Okay. Yeah, I cannot configure
I can't
anything.
even
That's
go
why I
to
don't know
the-
what these dials sound.
Let's see if somebody online has mentioned it. Anyway,
I'm sure
we will
because they are
revisit
so
this.
funky.
We will
Anyway, we can do that in
revisit,
the
and we'll
next
see what it is.
episode. Yeah.
But yeah, altogether, I think a very bland year.
Don't know.
So what's your
I think it's
favorite
not
so
bland
far?
if you
What's your
consider
favorite? You have
all
to
the
choose
different
one
brands.
watch. We'll go. What is it going to be?
Okay, I really, my absolute favorite is probably the new Laurent Ferrier, which we didn't talk about.
Okay, I didn't see the new Laurent Ferrier.
Next time. But I also love this Recipes
I
Ruby
like
watch.
that. Yeah, that was a very nice
Jeez,
one.
that is nice. But if you talk from the big brands, I mean, I think actually that I really like what Davide has done to Bremont. These watches are cool. I think they're on a good trajectory. Love that LUC from
Yes, I was
Chopard
going to
that
say
you showed me,
that's
which
for
is I
me
think is beautiful.
on my list for sure.
Yeah, and the
Yes,
Platinum
those are my two
1908 from
tops.
Rolex is actually also really,
Yeah, but once
really nice.
again,
Really nice.
I
But there's none. I mean, I agree with you. There's no watch where I say like, okay, this is it. I start saving.
exactly. So, but let's see what happens. I'm sure we'll be able to try some of these tutors on the wrist and see what they're like. That's probably the only thing we're going to be able to see.
Yeah.
I don't fully expect to be trying on the Recipe anytime soon.
Okay. Yeah, maybe next to my watch week, maybe Reshap will bring one for us so we can
All
try
right.
it out.
So
If we
once
meet
again
him
on
again.
that terrible disappointment,
Okie doke.
it's time to end. We will do another episode recapping
Oh my God,
everything
yes.
later. So in the meantime,
Definitely.
if you have any
We'll do that
questions or
soon.
anything, reach out to us on Instagram at Lume Plotters. Let us know what you think about our.
And we hear you
Yes.
soon, or you hear us soon, and we
All right.
hopefully hear from you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.